Meteorologist Erica Martine with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. We're going to try this one more time. It's Friday night, so I guess even the streaming system is like, you know what? We're off for the weekend. So we are making sure that you guys are all connected. And we're going to do a summary of what's been happening over the past couple of days. I have not been live streaming as often as I should or would like to, but as you guys know, we're at the finish line. This is like photo finish now, the last couple of days of just completing the app, uploading it, just so many pieces right now. So I'm just excited to make sure that you guys are here with us getting updated on all the weather stuff. Now, it looks like we're see on my end, it looks like we're frozen, but as long as you guys see it, I guess I'm okay. It's so weird. It's like, it just looks like it's frozen for some reason. No worries, as long as you guys can see me, which seems like you can. So if you do, that's great. Let's see. I'm not seeing anybody log in, but I know there are some of you out there because I can see. So I'm just trying to make sure that before we move forward, we are definitely all connected. I'm doing a couple of updates. I'm only going to do about a 10-minute update. I'm not going to do too long right now, simply because there are a lot of weather stories and we've had quite a long day. We're seeing tornado warnings. We're seeing tornado watches. We're seeing fire weather concerns as well. Lots happening. But first, before we get started on our quick update, I just wanted to say congratulations and happy, is it Swedish? Let me get the exact terminology right. So today it's a Swedish holiday. Today is Swedish holiday, and I want to make sure I say it as well as possible. So this is the Swedish national day. So it's known as Flag Day, and we just came from a really great event that Hanif invited me to for the Swedish American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much to everybody there. We met such great people. I actually got to listen to, an Oscar winner, Ludwig. I don't know his last name, forgive me, but like double Oscar winner for the soundtrack for Oppenheimer and Black Panther. So we just came from a wonderful event there in Santa Monica, and thank you so much to the amazing hosts and the amazing chamber there as well. So we're gonna just talk a little bit about what we have going on right now, because oh my gosh, this week has been crazy with the weather. As you guys know, listen, weather is never boring. So if you find weather boring, you're not looking in the right part of the planet, because there's always something happening. Even if there's like a geostorm, even if it's like not on this planet, there's really cool weather happening all the time. So right now you're seeing 3 convective layers put on. I'm going to pull those off. I'm going to start off with 0 convective layers right now. So remember, anytime we're issuing or we're putting those convective notices up, it's issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma at OU. Here we're seeing National Weather Service alerts issued at this time, and includes, of course, tornado watches there in that bright yellow. Remember, the mustard yellow is the severe thunderstorm warning. So this is a tornado watch. Let's go ahead and confirm it. Just, I'd like to make sure that I'm always correct. And if I am, great. Tornado watch as issued by the National Weather Service. We're seeing flood alerts as well. This looks like a flood warning. It's a flood watch issued by the National Weather Service. Sometimes the greens all look the same, so you have to make sure you have the right one up there. Okay. We also are seeing very interesting weather happening, which includes things like heat advisories. So now we're going into the excessive heat concerns issued by the National Weather Service. We've been seeing poor air quality concerns for the past several days, fire watches as well, heat advisories, heat warnings. This looks like fire up here. Let's just confirm it though. It might be wrong. Fire weather warning. Okay. Air quality alerts as well. Can you see what's happening here? We're having air quality concerns in Chicago as well. So this is just a series of what we're getting into. So again, my deepest apologies for not being around more often this week, but it's just been, it's really closing time for me right now. Oh my bangs. Okay. Closing time for me as far as making sure that everything is ready to go. I love that song, Closing Time. Okay. All right. So we're looking at all these alerts issued by the National Weather Service. We're seeing several storms moving through the central southern plains. We're seeing thunderstorm watches as well. Storm watches here in that pink. Do you see that? And now what's happening is, if you look at this here, okay, can you guys see let me get my handy dandy hand, a blue hand. There's my blue hand. Where's my blue hand? Okay, see the blue hand? I always like to show you guys the plan. Okay, this right here is a really, really massive cold front. Okay, so this thing is draping down, it's dragging along, it's going to continue to move towards the southeast. And as it does, it's going to trigger severe weather over this upcoming weekend from the southwest all the way through the northeast. So anybody that's going to end this line here with this frontal boundary that's draping down, they're going to be caught in severe weather this upcoming weekend. So please be advised. And again, I just want to say, guys, I can't see if any of you are commenting. For some reason on my end, it seems to be frozen. No worries. We're still going to talk about the weather, and then I'll post these anyhow. So it doesn't matter. It's always getting out there. And once again, happy Flag Day to the Swedes. And I just had an amazing time with Hanif at the Swedish American Chamber of Commerce, a really great event they just had in Santa Monica. Woohoo! So, guys, it's wild. We're seeing rotating storms right now. So these are packing quite a punch. Is this a tornado warning? Hang tight, guys. We're gonna get in here. I've got to go. Yeah, this is a tornado warning. That little sliver there in Oklahoma. It looked like, or was it Texas? Hang on. Give me a second. There it is. Oh, it's right. Okay, there you go. It's right in the panhandle. Okay. Guymon. God, I should know this, right? Guymon. Okay. And you see how this is now extending into a severe thunderstorm warning? See that mustardy color there? Right. So it's going to start to get upgraded as this line of storms moves through. I would love to see what we've gotten as far as reports for today, including those local. Oh, yeah. We've had lots of tornadoes over the past 24 hours, and we have several reports of hail. Let me go into my local reports here for the past. I'm going to do maybe past 6 hours. Let's just do that because there are so many storms and so many alerts that have been, or so many incidences that have been issued. Hang on one second, guys. All right, so you can see here that we have several reports of tornadoes that have been issued up and down the panhandle. This is going to continue to be an issue again as we track. This is what we're looking at here. Okay, we're looking at this dragging frontal boundary. Actually, if you kind of take a look at how everything is happening, do you see that like diagonal looking situation there with all the alerts? Well, if I go ahead and I remove that, you would see that we have a draping cold front that's moving on down. Hang on one second. So we are seeing some rotation on some of these storm cells, and you can see here that definitely this is an area that we're going to be tracking very closely. I do have to get to current conditions in the Eastern Pacific. So we've got 3 pieces of energy that are of interest to, well, they're all likely going to increase in strength, perhaps becoming a tropical storm, right? We've got to wait. We've got to wait to see what happens there. We're looking at 39 miles per hour. That's always our threshold to at least start commence in these upgrades of like, is it a tropical storm? Is it a hurricane, etc. But I do want to go over a couple of things. This frontal boundary here, this is right there. It's dragging down. It's going to cause a lot of active weather, a lot of severe storms, tornadoes over this upcoming weekend. Okay. So I just want you guys to be really aware. Lots of rain. Okay. So don't be surprised if you get reports at the end of this weekend, at the top of the following week, that state there have been some major flood issues. Okay. Please. But what's happening is behind that, we're starting to see how this area, how we're seeing these excessive heat watches or warnings issued and advisories issued by the National Weather Service. We've got a dome of high pressure that's building, right? So as it does, it locks in any air mass that tends to be in place. So if I quickly just took a look at the area that's developing, yeah, massive area of high pressure over what seems to be like the Rockies. It's going to continue to expand, and it's not a very strong one. It's about 1,018 millibars, and that could be quite generous. It could be 1,016 millibars right now. But it's going to lock in that hot air, that warm air in place, which is why they're already seeing in the Pacific Northwest concerns for excessive heat. Okay. That's going to be a problem. We're also seeing, of course, more air quality issues up along the Midwest. So look at that UP. We're seeing a lot of things happening here. But I do want to show you a couple of items here, including our convective warnings as issued in advance for the National Storm Prediction Center, rather. Now, this is for day one. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go for day two. Day two is tomorrow. Day two would be tomorrow, Saturday. And you're seeing this bullseye here. This makes a lot of sense, especially as that frontal boundary drapes on down. This is what we're going to be watching, guys. This is a big problem for tomorrow. Well, generally, this entire area here, because there's your front. It's going to come down. It's going to drag down. And then actually temperatures behind that are going to get cooler than normal. Okay, so just be aware that you've got a lot of weather happening along the Northeast, along the Appalachians, down through the Midwest, across the Tennessee Valley, and then along the Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, down through portions of the Gulf states, right? So this is going to be a problem. We're going to watch that very closely. We have this area of high pressure that's going to build. It's going to be a decent one, not a wild one, but it's enough that it's going to lock in a lot of air in place. Let me get to the next product if I could quickly. Okay, here we have our sea surface temperatures. I got to get beyond that quickly. I've got 3-hour sat rod loop. Hang on. I've got a lot of products in here that I just want to show you fast. Okay, temperatures right now, we're seeing lots of 70s up and down the eastern seaboard. We're seeing lots of 60s along the Midwest and some low 70s. Seeing lots of 80s and some 80s for the Southwest, 90s for, no surprise here, as we're seeing the southern Great Basin into portions of the desert Southwest as well. Seeing 70s. Look at this. We're seeing 70s for the Pacific Northwest, upper 60s, low to mid 70s, and even some upper 70s as well. And it's, it's already Friday night. So this is going to be a problem as temperatures climb. And then, of course, we'll keep you on alert as far as that's concerned. The wind profile isn't anything major right now. It's not going to be. The strongest we're seeing right now is in and around Houston at 11 miles per hour. San Francisco is at 12 miles per hour. Okay. This is just a quick and dirty update for you guys. Current dew points, we're seeing very muggy conditions. Lots of mid to upper 70s. We're seeing some 60s and lower dew points in and along the northern plains. To be expected, right? A little bit drier there. Current wind direction. Let's see our prevailing wind for the southerly, southwesterly is coming out of the Gulf, and then you've got a mixed bag. You got a southeasterly push along northeast. Upstate New York, you've got a northerly wind, and looks like we've got a push of a southerly wind here along the Intermountain West, and then we continue through. Let's see, we'll go to the Great Basin region, Intermountain West, and then we've got our Pacific Northwest here with the northwesterly wind. Now, I'm going to go to quickly our second day. So this is our 2-day. Once again, this is what it looks like day 2, which is tomorrow. I mean, even though it's Friday night, you guys might be thinking I'm on day. It's technically still day 1, so I've got to show you tomorrow's, okay, so that you guys can be aware. And then if I were to throw a radar over it really quickly, just so that you can see it. See, this is just giving you a quick idea of what's happening now, okay? But this is day 2 tomorrow, okay? Then I've got to get to something that I'm really excited about. And let's see if I pulled up the right product here. Let's see, I'm going to do a quick toggle. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, right. So here is my 72-hour future cast, okay? So this is one model. This is the European model, higher resolution. I'm going to run this through very quickly. Look what happens. Here's your frontal boundary, okay? Dome of high pressure. See? You see this is happening over the upcoming weekend. Lots of rain. Look at your low pressure. Look at that storm coming on down, okay? Developing up in Canada, coming on down, okay? Now I'm going to show you another product, and this I haven't shown you guys in quite some time. And it's not because I haven't been wanting to show you, because it's not that, oh my gosh, so many people. Hi! I'm so sorry. Hi, guys. I've just been so focused. I was like, this is going to be a quick update. I just came, by the way, happy Flag Day to anybody who's Swedish out there, all the Swedes. I just came from a party at the Swedish, thrown by the Swedish American Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Riggs Moses. Hi, Anthony M0214. We've got eSmall80. We have Simeon. Simeon, what's up? Simeon, I just liked one of your photos today. It was so cool. Thank you for the update. 62 degrees here in North Hollywood. I've got your sweat. Okay, first of all, guys, whoever's listening, you guys are not getting back to me. I owe a weather watcher some cash. All right, guys, we've got to pay the weather watchers. A lot of you guys are getting paid, but if you're not getting back to me and telling me where to send your payment, I can't do it, right? Because I've got to run this by HR and everything and make sure you guys get paid. Additionally, guys, if you want your sweatshirts, you've got to tell me where to mail them. I'm not that good at forecasting. I can't be that psychic, right? And so I think I owe some people some sweatshirts, and you got to tell me. All right. So I always appreciate it. Rick Moses, Simeon Diaz, and I got a couple of great images from Cape Canaveral. So whoever that was, you got to get back to me, guys. I can only do my part, which is hook you guys up. All right. So here's a 72-hour outlook, but now I'm going to show you something that I haven't shown you guys, and it's only because I really hate. That's a bad word. I really use a lot of caution when I'm going super far out in time. So when we're talking about 240 hours, so we're going far out, I am very cautious because I don't want to seem like I'm being like, jumping or wish casting. So like in meteorology, we'll call it like a wish cast, or like you're totally like blowing your forecast. You're wish casting right now. I don't want to do that. But I show you guys sometimes the 10-day, well, it's going to be like 9.5 day because of the timing. So the models run out at a certain time of day. You got 6Z, you got 12Z, you got 18Z, you got 0Z. Generally, people will take the 12 and the 0Z, keep those. I actually like to jump in and I'll follow it up with the 18Z. 6Z sometimes can be sketchy. So that's kind of how we break down these, like how you're looking at weather, right? But this is going to be a 72-hour run. The one I'm showing you right now, see this one I'm toggling? See it? Toggling, okay? And then I'm going out. Why am I going out, guys? Tell me why. Because this is the area of interest. We've got 3 pieces of energy that are moving, developing along the Eastern Pacific, and then they're going to continue to move. We've got to watch these. But this is going to be a very interesting spot over the next couple of days. Once again, we talked about that date, that time frame that I've told you guys a couple of times already. So now I'm going to move to the 10-9 day, okay? Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Can we do this? All right, we're going to go to the next one quickly. All right, guys. Did you guys hear that? I like literally have another refrigerator behind me because I am always like, I can't really turn on the AC. So I literally just open it. It's like, it's a true story. You guys like know all my secrets. Okay. I got to get to the next product. Once again, this is 72 hours, blah, blah, blah. We get it. Okay, let's go to the next product, guys. Let's go. Why is this not going to the next product? Okay. Let me just jump to it myself, okay? I've been excited to show you this, but please, if you have any questions about this, don't assume. If you have any questions at all, please run it by me. I am more than happy to explain this in detail to you guys. I do not want you guys saying, oh my God, Erica said like in 240 hours. This is a product, one of several products I use. You guys know how detailed I get, painstakingly detailed. So look, I'm going to pull this out for you guys so you can see. All right. Look what's happening. June 10th, June 11th, June 12th, June 14th, 15th. Shout out to my cousin, her birthday. Actually, both my cousins, 13th and 15th. Okay. I got it. Simeon, I got your dress. Did you know I was talking to you, Simeon? You know I love you, Simeon, but I was like, where am I sending this? I got something for you guys. Yes, I'm going to send something to you and to your mama. You guys got to rock the weather co-op here. Okay. So thank you for sending that. All right, this is what's going to happen. Do you see how far out I'm going to June 16th? Let me tell you something. In broadcast news, I could never do this without having a news director coming in and yanking me off camera because they'll be like, you better explain this while you're at it. So this is the GFS. This is the GFS model. Just so that you know, we're just going, it's a global forecasting system. It's all it is. It's got its quirks. Some people don't love it. They don't trust it, but I have a secret sauce that I actually learned from a really great meteorologist, Quincy Vagel. If you guys don't know him, you should follow him. He's pretty brilliant, okay? I don't think I've ever told him that, by the way, because we used to be super competitive, but he's a brilliant meteorologist, okay? I'm a huge fan of his. So we have a trick. He's something he and I talked about in 2011, okay? And so it's kind of how we do our weather. So I really appreciate it. But look what's happening as we go out several days. Okay, so remember we were saying this weekend is what? Frontal boundary. And do you see how it's not very crisp? You see how the precip looks a little blobby, right? Well, that's because it's the GFS. So the spatial resolution is 25 kilometers It's not as good as if I go back to this one, right? The euro. And I say to you guys, all right, guys, I'm using the European model. It's a little bit better resolution. Do you see that? See that? How it's a little bit, it's got more texture, more form. It's just a little bit better. You can actually see how you pick up these areas here with like the higher rainfall totals, which is what did I say this weekend? I was going to be really concerned about rainfall totals. I'm telling you, do not be surprised this upcoming weekend if you hear that towns are being flooded, especially along the Tennessee Valley. Once again, poor guy. I mean, you guys are always, and then like even into, so we're looking at like Arkansas, we're looking at portions of Louisiana, we're looking at, I mean, heck, we're looking at Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, southern mid-Atlantic, even if we continue to pull this through. See, there's your frontal boundary. Do you see that? Even look at this, even parts of the Northeast, well, tri-state area Northeast, look at that, what happens. Okay. Lots of precip moving through. Okay. Now, this is only 72 hours. Remember that. And look at the quality. And then this is the area of interest in the Eastern Pacific. 1, 2, 3 pieces of energy. Let's go to the next one. Sorry that it's doing this. It's like lagging. It's only because I'm jumping from graphic to graphic because I want you guys to see it. Okay. You see how this is not as well defined. That's probably the best way to describe it. That's because this is the GFS. So it tends to be 25 kilometers. The Euro, the ECMWF is at 9 kilometers. So spatial resolution is going to be much better. Okay. Now we're at 25 kilometers. But here's the thing. I like this because it gives us an idea. Once again, I don't know if we're stuck on our streaming system because on my end, it looks like we're just stuck. If you guys can see me and hear me, and a wave. Let me know. Let me know you're alive. Viruetta 87. Thank you so much for joining. We've got Symboli Action Studios. Rudy's the one. Swedish Meatballs. Rudy. Yes, it was so fun. Oh, Bellin Investor Guy. I love you so. Actually, we met somebody there that knows you. So Hanif started following this guy who you know, and we were like, he's like, we follow the same people, so that you know, you're definitely out there, babe, doing your thing when it comes to marketing. Okay, so guys, here is the thing. Look what's happening. Oh my Lord. This is really gearing up to be a wild stretch of weather. Okay, so a couple of things we're looking at this upcoming weekend include, wow, cold front dragging on down. I mean, talk about severe weather this upcoming weekend. I don't like it. If you have any friends and family in this area, you gotta let them know, because it is certainly alarming to me, the amount of severe weather we're going to see, simply because, oh my gosh, the computer's thinking. Now this moment to think, you guys. So we're definitely going to see day 1. Let's go. Okay. Day 2 is going to be, see. Okay. Now here's the thing. We're going to have to watch this area. I'm telling you now, there's going to be lots of flooding. All right. I'm not even like, we're not even going to like tiptoe around it. We're definitely going to get a lot of strong storms. We've already seen several reports of tornadoes, funnel clouds, lots of hail, lots of flooding, lots of wind damage. That's going to be the story for this upcoming weekend. But as the frontal boundary sweeps down, we're going to see those cooler temperatures behind it. However, I'd say west of the Rockies, that's where we're going to have problems with heat as that area of high pressure builds, that dome of high pressure. You always hear it called like the dome of high pressure. Think of it as a dome, like locks that air into place, right? That's what you're going to hear, because we're going to see excessive heat concerns for portions of Arizona, for portions of Arizona and Pacific Northwest. Okay. So all in all, that's about 25 minutes of a quick update. I am definitely doing my best to make sure that I don't separate from you guys, not even one day. So we are just finishing a lot of things up, and sometimes, you know, just to keep you guys updated. Like, I've had several events this week, and I'm very fortunate to have somebody like Honey who can attend a lot of these. But it requires sometimes that I have to be there, and I think that's where I am right now, is just trying to balance out that time, because for so long, of course, you know, I'm a meteorologist, right? I'm a meteorologist first. I'm always going to be a meteorologist first. But what ends up happening is I get request to come in and talk about the product in person. And then that's where my schedules just get super crazy. So I promise you that it's not going to be happening too often anymore. Okay. Like we're just, the app is out soon. Couple more tests, couple more eyeballs on it. And that's it. I mean, wow, like there's so many stories right now with weather, but I think this is going to be the most intriguing, guys, for the next couple of days. Keep in mind, please keep in mind that we are watching the tropics right now. We're tracking the tropics, of course, as we know. Hurricane season in the Eastern Pacific started May 15th and commenced in the Atlantic Basin on the 1st of June. And today, as many of you know, it's D-Day. And so once again, thank you so much to every hero. And yeah, and thank you so much to the wonderful people at the Swedish American Chamber of Commerce who had a wonderful event this evening. And happy Flag Day to all the Swedes, to everybody. Just have a wonderful night. And I'll see you over this upcoming weekend. I will see you tomorrow with more updates. And then I will see you again on Sunday. So everybody, mwah, hasta luego. Bye. Can I stop this right now? I can stop this right now.